Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the 100 Baby Challenge. And I'm just gonna start by laying out the goals of this episode. So, we obviously want the kids to get A's in school and age up and get out of the house. That's the main goal of the challenge. So, the kids will be doing homework, extra credit, and school projects for the foreseeable future until they get out of my house. And we are also focusing on making money because once we reach baby number 35, we are moving to a new house. You guys can suggest which world we're moving to once we get to baby number 35. We started off in Sulani, we've been in Brindleton Bay, and we're currently in Windenburg. So you can suggest any other world you guys want us to move to once we reach baby number 35. That is just to keep the challenge kind of interesting. And otherwise playing in this house for the foreseeable future, it's just gonna get a little repetitive. So moving to a new world. Also, you guys can suggest a type of house you want us to move to, or that I should try and build if you want to as well. You can suggest that as well. So that is the goal for the kids. It is doing homework and school projects to get A's. For Cassandra, it's making money and hopefully giving birth. Hopefully in this episode as well. So I am hoping to get quite a few of the kids aged up and aged out of the house in this episode. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible, but I am hoping for the best. In the case that we don't get all of them out of the house, at least we will have teenagers to help out once the baby or babies are born. So that is why they are just on the grind, doing the school projects and working. Cassandra will be selling her paintings, which is very lucrative. You make quite a lot of money, and her skill is very high, so her paintings are always great quality. So she's focusing on painting while waiting for her babies to come, and then the kids are focused on school projects and getting A's. So that is the main goal of this episode today. So we are having another little sale, and it is time for the kids to go, well, almost time for the kids to go off to school. And we are just hoping to see a bunch of A's when they get back. But we are also having a little sale to get in some money for a new house. Also, if you guys find that I'm sounding a little bit nasally, I have been struggling with my sinuses for quite a while, so I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, at this point in time, there's not much I can do about it, but I do still want to put out these videos for you guys, so if you can, please bear with me. So these sales have been going very well because of obviously her painting skill is so high, and the kids are off to school, which is great, so they can hopefully go work hard and get some A's so that we can at least get them aged up into teenagers. Um, yeah, so we've been making quite a lot of money with the painting. I am actually considering just getting her a sketch pad because the easel is nice and everything, but I think the sketch pad is a lot faster because obviously you guys know that you can just queue up the paintings when you're using a sketch pad. And I just fast forwarded until the kids came home, and look at that, we've got A's. For most of the kids, I believe, got A's. As I think I saw, yes, most of them got A's. I think Harry is still a B, but I think that was also his first day going to school, so that is okay. This does mean that we have 4 age ups to do, which is just awesome. So of course we're starting with little Olaf. Now I didn't put in the randomizer for the aspiration, but I do promise that it was randomized. I did use a randomizer to get the aspiration for each of the kids. So just so you know, it was 100% randomized as per the rules. Okay, so this is our first age up of the episode. Olaf is now officially a teenager, but he will not be the last. So up next is his twin sister, Ophelia. It is time for her to age up into a teenager as well. We're just gonna have a bunch of teenagers, aren't we? So Ophelia is up next. She is up and ready to blow out her candles. Please and thank you, Miss Ophelia. Look at that. These kiddos actually didn't get any makeovers because they've just been going very quickly through their things, which is awesome. And again, everything was randomized. I didn't include it, but it definitely was randomized either by a number generator or but like the number generator on Google. So they all got randomized traits and randomized aspirations. And there is Miss Ophelia, all aged up into a teenager and just starting on that homework ASAP, like as soon as possible. Next up, it was Hermione's turn. Hermione, who just wanted to start a school project immediately after getting home because she is such an overachiever. But we need to make her a teenager first. Look at that. We are gonna get Hermione into the land of teenagers. Look at that. She blew out her candles. It took her a couple of tries, but she got there eventually. And she is getting her randomized rate and randomized aspiration. And then it is off to homework and school projects for the foreseeable future. They did age up with quite unique styles, but because they are hopefully not going to be in the house long, I didn't go and do makeovers. And then up last but not least is Miss Hannah, aging up into a teenager as well, looking very cute and blowing out her candles on the first try. And now we have four whole teenagers in the house. Can you even imagine? I can't remember the last time. Did we ever have four teenagers in the house at the same time? I don't remember. But Hannah aged up as well, and it was off to the homework and school project station for them to make sure that they get their A's in high school as soon as possible as well, so we can hopefully move a few of them out at least before the next baby or babies arrive. So after they aged up into teens, it was homework and school projects, and Cassandra, of course, grinding on with the painting and getting all of those things sorted so that we can save up as much money as possible. And I have to say that the kids have been just flying through their homework. It has been going very quickly. I don't know if that's because of the club, the house, or if there's another glitch, but I'm not complaining because the quicker they get it done, the more school projects they can do, the better the chances that they are gonna get A's. So that was the goal. So I was not going to complain. And at least it looks like the pregnancy bug is sorted because I was able to view Cassandra's pregnancy status in her thingy. So I think that has been solved by the patch update. So here you can see the kiddos did finish their homework, their extra credit. They are just grinding away on school projects. Also, between the painting, I was also having Cassandra writing books. So that we have some royalties coming in as well as having the sales for the paintings, so that we just have money coming in from two sides that can never, hurt. So I needed to make sure that we are having money coming in. Of course, usually with this challenge, money isn't a really big issue, but if we are going to want to move to a new house in a new world, I'm not sure how much funds we're going to need. It again depends on the type of house that we're getting. Um, then we need to make sure that we have enough money for whatever type of house we are moving to, because I would like to move as soon as possible. Because the last time we had to save up for quite a while before we were able to move. So that is why I'm being proactive and having her just do all of the things. We did quite a few paintings, and of course, I think we got two books done in this episode, if I remember correctly. So the royalty should be coming in as well. I started with the paintings, if you guys can remember, to get aspiration points because I wanted to get her the potion of youth. But now, of course, we have the earrings that help her never die. So that is a good thing because that means hopefully she can be our matriarch for the rest of the 100 baby challenge, which would kind of be really awesome. And as you can see here, I was stockpiling school projects on the balcony to make sure that they are always at the ready for the kiddos so that they did not have to stop for one single second. Honestly, this episode went a lot smoother than the previous ones. I don't know if it's because there were no infants or toddlers, but there were very little to no glitches in this episode when I was filming, which is honestly shocking because I have at least 4 to 5 glitches while filming these challenges. So it is honestly very refreshing. I'm sure that once we have infants again, the glitches will be back, but this was honestly just such a joy to film because I was just like cruising along with the challenge. School projects were getting done, paintings were getting done, all of the things were just getting done with little to no problems. And I was just honestly like, this is the way it's supposed to be, you know? It was honestly just such a joy to film this episode because of the lack of problems, which was honestly fantastic. Anyways, so as you can see here, we are already running out of school projects again. Cassandra is baking another cake because the other one went and got disgusting. And the kiddos are very focused. You can see the kiddos are just striving to be their best. Cassandra's down there painting. Everyone is just grinding away. Everyone is honestly very, like, working very hard. And Cassandra's doing it while she's pregnant. I mean, can we just give her a round of applause? I mean, come on. This woman is literally about to burst and she's still up here painting, making sure that she can move her family into a brand new house when the time comes. Yes, just honestly, props for you, Miss Cassandra. And of course, for the kids who have been working very hard. And as you can see, school is starting soon, which is very exciting because then we can see if we can age up any of these kids and move them out. I am really hoping for the best, but of course, you know, we never know. They have been working hard, they have been doing their school projects, but you know, in this game, anything can happen. I am hoping for the best though, so I'm sending them off to school, making them work hard, and then hoping that at least a few of them come back with some A's so that they can move out of the house and give us some more space for some more babies. So just honestly, this I know I've like spoken about it at nauseum, but this episode was going very smoothly for me, and I was just really appreciating playing The Sims again without 5 million problems every second. And so the kiddos were off to school, and we were just making them study extra hard to make sure that they get those A's. Those A's are all we want from them before we send them off into the world. So I just made sure to put them all to study hard, work hard, get those A's. Cassandra was chilling at home, and here we are. It's time to check. Okay, let's see. Grades are ah, look at that, guys. Look at that. Can you believe? Can you believe? It is A's all around. Amazing. So every single one of them came back with an A, which is just awesome. And we are going to be aging up every single one of them. Obviously, Harry is just going to become a teenager, so he will still be in the house. But that means we will be moving out 4 kids at once. Can you imagine? I don't think that has happened ever in the history of this challenge for me. So this is kind of amazing. I'm aging up Harry first because he is still a kid and he needs to become a teenager ASAP. Because his two sisters are already moving out and he is only now becoming a teenager. So Harry aged up first and Harry is becoming a teen, which is just awesome. And again, as I've mentioned, everything was randomized with a random number generator. So little Harry here is finally all grown up into a teenager, which means actually now that I think of it, he is going to be the only one around when the baby or babies are born to help out, but then he's also going to have to focus on schoolwork. So is he actually going to be able to help out? I don't know. That kind of makes me stressed out. You know, I would keep one of the other kids in the house as a young adult, but I really don't want to. I really just want this challenge to move forward and get going. So I think I'm going to be moving out all of the kids once they're aged up into young adults. I don't know if that's a not so smart idea, but that is what's happening. Okay, little Olaf is trying to blow out his candles while all of the notifications are popping up, but here we go. Olaf is blowing out his candles, and at the same time, I think someone is. Yay! Let's go, Olaf. Let's randomize those traits and that aspiration and get you into young adulthood so that you can move out of my house. Um, And I think someone just bought something of ours on Plopsy, one of our jewelry items, which is just fantastic. We're just keeping that money coming in. This is actually going pretty well. I think we should definitely have enough money for a new house. Okay, but Olaf is the first to become a young adult. Now it is time for Ophelia to come and blow out some candles as well. We have to keep this train going. There are a lot of age ups to be done. Let's just try and do them as quickly as possible. Over here, Miss Ophelia, it is time for you to come and blow out some candles and become a young adult and get out of this 100 baby house. Go live your life on the outside in normal society where your mom is not trying to have 100 babies. Okay, and here we go. Ophelia is blowing out her candles. Exciting times. And her twin brother of there is cheering her on. Go, Olaf, you're such a cutie pie. Cheering on your little sister. We're just making sure to add candles so that no one eats the cake. Very important. And Ophelia is aging up, and everything again is being randomized for Ophelia so that we can send her off into the world as a fully formed young adult. Let's go, Ophelia. Okay. And then next up, it is Hermione's turn. If they can just get the candles on the cake. Thank you, Olaf. Hermione is swimming. Why is Hermione? Okay. Anyways, so Hermione, it is time for you to blow out your candles, my dear. Okay, and of course, we do need to get pictures. Because that is very important. It's a family tradition. We have to do it. And it's time for Hermione to become a young adult. And as I was checking on the kids, I noticed that Hannah is a very tense. Now, I know that if you age up someone when they're very tense, it can be bad if they become a young adult and they're very tense. But let's just focus on little Hermione right now, who is gonna become a young adult as well. Look at that. 3 down, 1 more to go, but of course, I think we need to get Hannah a little bit calmed down first before we decide to age her up. So after shouting forbidden words for way too long, it was time for Hannah to finally age up because she has finally calmed down a bit. I think maybe going from childhood to a teenager to a young adulthood in basically a day or 2 days is enough to make anyone a little bit tense, honestly. So who am I to judge? But we finally got Hannah aged up and ready to go into the world of young adulthood and escape the craziness that is the 100 baby house. We randomized all of her stuff again, and she was ready to get on out of this place. Like seriously, the 100 baby house is not a good place for anyone to be, probably. But now it was time for them to move out, and as you guys can see, the house is now very, very empty. And once I saw this, I was very, very concerned that we're gonna have triplets again because the house is like basically empty and I can't deal with triplets. So when Cassandra went into labor while painting, I was starting to stress out. I was like hoping that it's just one baby or maybe two, but triplets, when it comes to infancy and toddlerhood, they're a lot to deal with. So I was just crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. But here we go. Here we go. It is time for Cassandra to have a baby. Or babies. I don't know. But we're all sitting here waiting, hoping for the best outcome, whatever that may be. And it's a girl, and we actually had some suggestions in the comments, and they suggested Elena, which I believe is Elena from The Vampire Diaries, which is so cool. And then we had a baby boy as well, and one of the suggestions was Elmo, which is the character I believe from Sesame Street, which is just an amazing name for a baby, and I am so happy. It's only twins. I was just waiting for that third pop-up to ruin my life, but we only have twins, which I'm very grateful for. So that is it. I will be spinning the wheel for the next letter in the beginning of the next episode. But that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!